Most people don't realize it, but the way you handle money as an adult comes from lessons you learned as a kid. Why some people save obsessively while others spend without thinking? Believe it or not, a lot of your spending habits today can be traced back to your childhood. The way you were raised, the financial lessons you saw or didn't see, and even your early experiences with money shape how you handle it as an adult. In this video, we're going to explore 10 things your spending habits reveal about your childhood, and by the end, you might start seeing patterns in your own life. Before we start, comment down below, which of these habits do you think you might have picked up as a kid? Be honest. Alright, let's get started. 10. Impulse buying shows you grew up with instant gratification. If you catch yourself buying things on a whim, whether it's snacks at the store, clothes online, or gadgets you don't need, it's often linked to your childhood experiences with rewards. Many people who grew up in environments where immediate pleasure was encouraged or constantly reinforced tend to crave instant gratification as adults. For example, if your parents often gave in to tantrums or rewarded behavior instantly with toys or treats, your brain learned that spending equals reward. This isn't just laziness, it's a habit your mind developed early on. What you should do instead is pause before purchases. Ask yourself if this item fits your goals or if it's just a reflex. Over time, this can rewire your impulse behavior and help you spend more intentionally. 9. Obsessive saving shows you experienced scarcity. Growing up in a home where money was tight teaches the brain to hold on to every penny. It's a survival instinct. While saving is important, the extreme side can cause unnecessary stress and guilt around spending. What you should do instead is set aside a budget for enjoyment. Even small treats can help break the cycle of fear-based saving while keeping your finances healthy. 8. Overspending to impress shows childhood comparison. Do you often find yourself buying things just to keep up with friends or impress people on social media? This habit usually starts in childhood, especially if status or appearances were emphasized at home. Maybe your family compared themselves to neighbors or siblings, or you grew up thinking success was measured by possessions rather than knowledge or personal growth. Over time, this mindset can create pressure to spend money unnecessarily, chasing an image rather than actual satisfaction. The key to breaking this cycle is redefining what success means for you. Instead of trying to match someone else's lifestyle, focus on experiences, personal growth, and long-term goals. When you shift your attention to outward appearances to inner values, the urge to overspend fades. Over time, this approach brings freedom, less stress, and a healthier relationship with money. 7. Emotional spending shows you were rewarded with things, not attention. Have you ever bought something to feel better after a rough day? That's called emotional spending, and it often links back to childhood patterns where you were comforted with gifts or treats instead of emotional support. Maybe a parent handed you candy when you were upset, or bought toys to pacify you. This teaches your brain to associate spending with feeling good. What you can do instead is recognize emotional triggers and find alternatives. Journaling, exercise, or talking to a friend can give you comfort without impacting your wallet. 6. Budgeting obsession shows a need for control. Some people meticulously plan every penny and feel anxious if even one expense isn't accounted for. This tendency often stems from childhood experiences where money felt unpredictable or scarce. Growing up in a household with financial stress can make you hyper-aware of every dollar, turning careful budgeting into a habit that persists into adulthood. While this caution can protect you from overspending, it can also create anxiety and a feeling of being trapped by your own finances. The key is to find balance. Instead of rigidly tracking every expense, create a flexible budget that outlines essential spending, savings, and some room for enjoyment. This approach gives you structure without making life feel restrictive. Over time, it reduces stress while still allowing you to maintain control over your finances. By combining awareness with flexibility, you can enjoy your money without guilt and build healthier long-term financial habits. Before we move, tell us, which of these habits do you recognize in yourself? Comment. I'll read the responses. 5. Avoiding money conversations shows early taboo. If you struggle to talk about money, avoid looking at your bank account, or feel guilty about financial discussions, that likely comes from a childhood where money was a taboo subject. Maybe your parents avoided financial conversations, or money fights at home made discussions stressful. To fix this, start normalizing money talk in your life. Whether with a partner, friend, or mentor, discussing finances openly can help you make better decisions and reduce the shame around spending and saving. 4. Generosity without limits shows a giving environment. Do you often spend a lot on others, even if it hurts your own finances? This habit usually comes from growing up in a household where giving was celebrated, and generosity became tied to your sense of identity or how love was shown. Over time, this can turn into a pattern where you prioritize others' needs over your own financial stability. While generosity is admirable, overspending can create stress and limit your options. The solution is setting healthy boundaries. Decide ahead of time how much you can comfortably spend on others without affecting your own security. By planning and sticking to these limits, you can continue being generous without compromising your financial well-being. This way, you give thoughtfully, maintain control, and enjoy the satisfaction of helping others responsibly. 3. Debt avoidance shows fear of financial failure. Do you avoid loans, credit cards, or investments because you fear debt at all costs? That habit often stems from childhood experiences where debt was associated with stress or shame. Maybe you saw family members struggle with loans or constantly worry about bills. The key is to differentiate between good debt and bad debt. Low-interest loans or strategic credit use can actually build wealth over time. Understanding this distinction can help you make smarter financial decisions without fear. Number 2. Overspending on experiences shows a love of security through joy. Some people spend a lot on travel, entertainment, or eating out, almost as if chasing happiness. This habit often comes from a childhood where emotional or experiential scarcity existed. Maybe your family couldn't afford vacations or treats, so now you associate spending with emotional security. What you can do instead is plan your splurges intentionally. Allocate a portion of your budget for joy, but make it part of your overall financial plan. That way, you enjoy life without feeling guilty or overextended. Number 1. Balanced spending shows you learned healthy money habits early. Finally, if you manage to balance saving, spending, and giving, chances are your childhood involved good financial modeling. Maybe you saw parents or caregivers teach lessons about budgeting, delayed gratification, and generosity, or you learned from trial and error in a safe environment. This habit is rare, but incredibly powerful. You don't just avoid mistakes, you also have a mindset that naturally grows wealth and enjoys life. Your spending habits tell a story. They reveal your childhood lessons and patterns. Identify them, decide what to keep, adjust what doesn't serve you, and watch your financial life improve. Like, comment your biggest takeaway, and subscribe for more insights on money, habits, and personal growth. Your future self will thank you.